This is Reviewer03, bringing you a review of the second Renaissance. What? I never said that I'm doing only reviews of major animes? Okay, let's start with the actual review. The second Renaissance is a short two-part anime which tells the backstory of the Matrix trilogy. It has good animation, it's well made, it has a fantastic soundtrack, a wonderful English dub, and probably the most intense, disturbing, and action-packed battle in anime history. It has also a lot of symbolism. Just an example, the machines building pyramids like some Egyptian slaves 5,000 years ago shall symbolize their enslavement by humanity. And then we have references to other not-so-great moments of human history. The bad things were that it was simply too short. I mean, the backstory of the Matrix, that could have been made into a major 26-episode anime. Or at the very least, they could have made two 20-minute episodes instead of two 9-minute episodes. And then there was the fact that this backstory is so unrealistic that it's insulting to my intelligence. But we're coming to that. So I'm giving this anime a 4.5 out of 5 points, and a 3.5 out of 5 points with the unrealistic malice. Okay, the actual review is over now. In the rest of this video, I'm going to bitch around how unrealistic this backstory is. So all people who don't care if anime is realistic or not, get the hell out of my review. As for the rest, let's begin. The second Renaissance starts around the year 2085 or so, and by this time humans had robots to do their dirty work for like 30 or 40 years. Then suddenly one robot kills a human. And as a result, humanity decides to destroy all robots on the whole planet? Dogs kill like 100 people every year, and nobody tries to kill all dogs. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. My dog killed a kid once, misunderstood it for a sausage or something. Can't blame him. Fortunately, he ate all the flesh and buried the bones. So there was no evidence, and the police had to let me go. Oh, good boy! Question 1. Why did that robot kill his master? He could have just run away. Maybe then the authorities wouldn't have been even looking for him. 2. Why was a butler robot built so strong anyway? You know, a butler robot is there for cleaning toilets, making coffee, and stuff like that. And it's really stupid to make him equal in strength to a construction robot. That's so uneconomic that no robot company would do that. A model like Tex from Time of Eve would be much cheaper and still perfectly sufficient. Plus unable to kill anyone. Okay, so humans start to massacre millions of robots. Why are they dumping them into the ocean or burying them in the ground? You never heard of recycling? A robot is made of like 50 kilos of metal and a lot of other valuable components. Plus dumping millions of robots into the ocean will surely cause a lot of environmental pollution. Alright, let's move on. After months of massacre and execution, the robots decide it's not funny anymore and emigrate to Saudi Arabia, where they built their city and start to trade with the humans. Who let them in and how did they get there? I thought everyone on the planet wanted to kill them. Why didn't the Saudis kick them out or destroy them? Why the hell suddenly start to trade with the machines? Hey idiots, you just tried to kill them all, every single one of them, and now you're buying their shit? Why would robots be interested in making money? All the resources and all the work used to make products for humanity could have been used on Zero One instead. So for some reason, Zero One is selling so much crap that it destroys world economy. To stop this, the humans try to destroy all robots. What, again? They attack Zero One with 1,000 nukes. But some machines survive the attack in EMP shielded shelters. They then rebuild their city, create an army, and because the nuke's radiation and heat has no effect on them, advance offense into every direction. Why didn't humans just stop buying crap from Zero One instead of nuking them? How did the machines rebuild their city and create an army? I'm sure humanity must have been watching them with like 10,000 satellites, ready to send in another 1,000 nukes the moment they detected any machine activity. How did the machines survive the heat and radiation? Because when a nuke goes off, it generates a temperature of over 1 million Celsius at the center and over 10,000 Celsius at the periphery of the explosion. At this temperatures, a space shuttle would be toast, and a space shuttle has been specifically constructed to withstand heat. So any ordinary machine would simply melt. As for the radiation, according to this guy, radiation is quite dangerous to a robot's positronic brain. And I'm not saying that he's an expert in robots or something, I'm just saying that he's the fucking expert in robots. Let's continue. For some reason, the UN gives Zero One enough time to rebuild and create an army so that they can attack humanity. And you want to tell me they're successful? You see that tiny black dot in the center of Arabia? That's Zero One. And according to the Matrix wiki, this tiny machine city-state managed to conquer this amount of territory within 2 to 3 years. Yeah, conquering Europe? Piece of cake. The Romans didn't manage it, the Huns didn't manage it, the Muslims didn't manage it, the Mongols didn't manage it, Napoleon didn't manage it, Hitler didn't manage it, Stalin didn't manage it. In over 5,000 years of human history, no one ever managed to conquer all of Europe. But the machines managed it in 2 years or so. Anyway, for some reason 01 is winning against much stronger humanity, and that makes the UN so desperate that they launch Operation Darkstorm, an operation to cut the machines off from solar power. Now many people have expressed their outrage on how stupid this idea was. But just imagine how desperate you would be if you were being beaten up by a 5-year-old. Every cell in your brain would tell you that's impossible, but it would still be happening. I bet you would resort to some desperate, stupid plan as well. At the same time, the UN prepares a huge counteroffensive against 01, probably somewhere in western China, because of all the mountains and Buddhist monks there. And now the next unrealistic thing happens. Although the sun is blocked over all territory held by 01, the machines don't collapse. Darkstorm destroyed around 3/4 of 01's energy supply within a week or so. How can they move on? How does the Matrix wiki explain this? Blah 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 blah. Wait, so humans who didn't use anything powered by solar power were crippled, but machines which used solar power for pretty much everything weren't crippled? Oh my god, my head hurts. We finally arrive at the great yet unrealistic climax of this anime, the big battle. Here we see that machines aren't shielded against EMP, and that robots can be destroyed quite easily with like a knife. And where the hell is our Air Force? Don't tell me that they can't fly because of the cloud, since the machines have no problems with flying, neither does this nuke. Hey, wait a second, why are they still moving? The EMP of that nuke should have frightened them all, since 30 seconds ago they weren't shielded against EMP. And don't tell me that the machines did outproduce humanity, because humans too can have automated factories that would produce as much stuff as the machine automated factories. Just for the sake of argument, let's say 01 could produce a unit every second. That would be 31,536,000 units in a year. I would say this is a reasonable estimate, since they have to produce spare parts and other stuff. And just for comparison, in 2007 the whole planet Earth produced 55 million cars, so the number should be roughly right. Now history has shown us that nations can turn around 10% of their population into soldiers within a few years. World population in 2090 will be around 10 billion, that would mean a potential 1 billion human soldiers within a few years. China alone could turn out 30 million soldiers, like every month or so. And these walkers are like the new super weapon or something. That's why you don't see aircraft, because they have no air cover and can easily be destroyed from the sky. But even so, look at this. Those APUs have 30mm bullets, and here you see like millions of them shooting at those things from like every direction and it has no effect? That's strange, because here a few shots from 3 soldiers are enough to severely damage that thing. And why weren't humans using computer viruses? Lock 10 hackers into one room for a week? And when they come out, they will have viruses capable of unimaginable destruction. And why did that machine have to rip this guy out of there instead of firing that laser into his head? That's not efficient killing. And why is humanity losing a war which every 10-year-old who played StarCraft could win? So for some reason 01 managed to defeat much stronger humanity. And ignore the laws of physics and nature. Hey, go tell that to Skynet. I bet it's going to be really jealous. Skynet, you know. The super intelligent, super aggressive, super adaptive global computer network that has like thousands of Terminators and wasn't able to kill a bunch of disorganized, hungry and desperate human rebels in like 30 years. Oh god, I don't want to do a realism check ever again. Yes, I know it's anime, but this was the backstory of the Matrix, so I expected at least something with a little more sense. After all, even when you discuss hypothetical scenarios, you still should deliver more arguments than a "because I said so."